in terms of the economy, education, in terms of health, in terms of very, very important food security. In fact, food security is even more important if you look at it than physical security, maybe from attacks and all that. Because if you don't have food, you won't live. If you don't have food, you will die. When you're malnourished, you're susceptible to all manner of sicknesses and diseases. So, our political leaders, we need to reflect on what we're doing to sustain the more than 200 million Nigerians we have in the country. And there are about 20 plus million Nigerians in the diaspora who are also contributing to our economy by sending hard currency back to Nigeria. We salute them and we say thank you to Nigerians in the diaspora for the fantastic work they're doing, helping to build the Nigerian economy. Also, viewers and listeners, let's talk about cholera. The cholera outbreak is real and it is here with us. Almost 100 people have died across the country as a result of the cholera epidemic that has affected several states across the Federation. How do you protect yourself from cholera? Make sure you boil your water before you drink it, if you are not sure of the source of the water. Eat food that is properly cooked, and eat it while it is hot, if possible, red hot, while you are eating it. This is not the time to be eating all over the place. This is a time to cook what you eat, and eat what you cook. This is not the time to patronize restaurants indiscriminately, especially restaurants where there is no proper hygiene. You go there, you see flies having a party and celebration on the plates, on the pots, and the food is served cold, and you have to use a spoon or fork that has been used by 1,000 other people. And they just dip it inside water, and they say they have washed it, and they give it to you to use. Cholera is real. Cholera can kill within a matter of hours. So protect yourself. If you have any signs of vomiting and diarrhea, quickly go to the nearest health center to you. If you have ORS, begin to take it even before you get to the nearest health center. How about that album? You said you're a singer. You're going to release an album. How far have you gone? What about that overseas trip? What about the new certificate you wanted to acquire? What about that new trade? That new skill you wanted to acquire? That new business you wanted to invest in? How far so far have you gone? There are business opportunities. I heard I could be talking about Diners International, Diners Global. It is here in Jos. One of the reasons I had to trust Diners is because I have had experience with a similar company in Malaysia. And Diners Global is also from Malaysia. So I know that they're real. And so I was there myself to hear them out. And this Saturday, 11 a.m. at Sacred Heart Pastoral Center, I will be there at Diners Global to learn how to legitimately make money in this difficult economy. Remember, Diners Global is not a religious organization. Probably the venue might suggest as if it is maybe a religious company. It is not. Diners Global originated from Malaysia. Malaysia is a Muslim country. So, but the business is for everybody, whether Muslim or Christian or atheist or pagan, whoever you are, you can be part of it. This Saturday, 11 a.m. at the Sacred Heart Pastoral Center, Jos. So how far so far have you gone with your goals, your dreams, your visions, your objectives for 2024? Are those goals SMART? SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Remember that as you're pursuing your goals, your visions, your dreams, your objectives, New Year resolutions, you are sure to meet opposition, you are sure to meet resistance on the way. But your persistence will break every resistance that you meet. Persistence will break every resistance. Remember, there will be difficulties, but Albert Einstein said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Remember to seize the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of the opportunity. Seize the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of the opportunity. Don't throw in the towel concerning that vision, that dream, that goal, because winners don't quit. And you're a winner. Winners don't quit. Quitters don't win. There will be tough times like we have in the Nigerian economy. But tough times never last. But tough people do. Do you know that in the midst of the current difficulties in Nigeria, some Nigerians are making so much money than they have ever made before in their lives? Do you know that even during war, that is the time some people make more money than others? Seize the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of the opportunity. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. So I encourage you to keep perspiring to acquire what you require in life. In case you don't acquire, don't retire. Refire. Again, refire. One of my mentors said, anytime I try and fail, I just try again. So if you try something, it doesn't work, just try again. If you try and fail, just try again, like Thomas Edison. 999 times the 1,000th time, pow, the electric bulb light came out. And they said to him, you tried 999 times and you failed, Thomas Edison? He said, no, I did not fail. I only discovered 999 ways that electricity doesn't work, and one way that it works. It is Thomas Edison that said, success, genius, is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. You need to work hard, diligently, perspire to acquire what you require in life. In case you do not acquire, don't retire. Refire. And as you go about pursuing those goals, those dreams, those visions for 2024, please do me a favor. Remember to be the change that you want to see in the world. We'll look at a few headlines that we have in our dailies, or on our dailies today, and is loaded. One of the headlines says the federal government on Wednesday, that's yesterday, declared that prices of food items will crash in the next 180 days. That's by January 2024. We cannot but say amen to that. And we hope that they are putting measures to ensure that the prices of food items crashes in the next 180 days. Some of the measures the government can put in place will be to invest in agriculture, invest in crop farming and animal farming. If people have enough fertilizer, not the fertilizer you give people in July, give people fertilizer in January or February, so they can plant before the rains come. And provide enough tractors, farm inputs. Fertilizer is important, tractors very important, herbicides very important. Let the farmers be well equipped ahead of time. And then let the farmers be encouraged. I like what the governor of Niger State did by declaring a day off for civil servants so they can go to farm. I think all the states should emulate the governor of Niger State. Give civil servants 1 day off a week, let everybody go to the farm. I think another state in the southeast is doing something similar. Here in Plateau State, probably His Excellency Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang can consider giving maybe a Thursday off to all the workers and say, everybody go to the farm. Farming is very crucial to food security. Our forefathers, our ancestors lived and died as farmers for hundreds and thousands of years, and they had a fantastic economy. Some of them had 10 wives, 100 children, 200 children, and they took care of all of them, and they lived to be 110 years, 120 years old. They relied on agriculture. Why are we neglecting agriculture? So federal government, if we are going to have food security, and if the prices of food items will crash in the next 180 days, you must invest in agriculture. Another thing the federal government must do is open the borders. Let's have some food enter the country before we are self-sustaining. There is no need we pretend we don't have enough food yet in the country. People are starving. The other day somebody climbed a mast in Abuja and wanted to commit suicide before he was rescued because he said life was difficult for him. He said he cannot feed himself, he can't take care of himself. Nigerians are suffering. Some Nigerians have woken up today, they have not eaten anything and they don't know where the next meal will come from. Open the borders, let the food come in. If it is from Niger Republic, let it come in. If it's from Cameroon, if it's from Chad, if it is from Benin Republic, it is from wherever. Let's open the borders. Let food come. I'm happy that the federal government has removed taxes from food imports, and that's fantastic. It's the right step in the right direction to remove taxes from food items. I hope that that will be sustained until we are food secured, food sufficient as a nation. So it's a wonderful thing that with the current galloping hyperinflation we're having in the country, the government is considering doing something more proactive about food items. You go to the market today, you buy something for 200 naira. By the time you return back in the evening, it has become 250. By the time you return back the next day, it has become 300 naira. That is the trajectory of Nigeria, especially since May 29, 2023, when His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into office. Met the naira at about 444 naira to a dollar. Today, the dollar is exchanging for 1,500 naira. The other day, I was at the Bureau de Change to check out how much is a naira, how much is naira to US dollar. That is the current exchange rate. 1,450, 1,550 naira to 1 US dollar. So the government needs to do something about the economy to strengthen the naira. So let's allow people to help us. After all, the other day, Ukraine, that is at war, was the one that sent tons of food to Nigeria. I hope that it has been properly distributed, because another thing is that corruption in this country affects every sphere and fabric of the society. So it's a welcome development that the government is trying to do something about food items to ensure that food items, the prices of food items crash in the next 180 days. The papers are also reporting that the Nigerian Labour Congress has said it will press for 250,000 naira minimum wage. This is during today's meeting with His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. First, I must salute His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu and say that's the right step in the right direction to directly engage with labor. You should have done this a long time ago. I mean, like since Adam. Since last year, you should have engaged labor directly. Setting up all these committees to negotiate, and then at the end of the day, you're having to talk directly with labor again. Why didn't you just do that the first time? Why didn't you just sit down with Joe Ajero and sit down with Osifo, Festus Osifo? NLC president and TUC president respectively, and just talk with them? And why don't you just directly engage with ASU, with NASU, with SANU, instead of all these committees that just waste time, waste money, waste energy, squander budgets on series of fruitless meetings that we've been having from generation to generation in this country, one committee after the other. Of all the hundreds of committees and white paper reports we've had, how many of them have been implemented? Today, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu will sit down with Labour, and that is what a president should do. When there is a problem, don't rely on committee that will go and selfishly negotiate to please the government and get something from the government, make the government happy. Engage directly with the people who are having the problem. About 2 years ago, medical interns in East Africa and Uganda went on strike. One of them is my Ugandan daughter. She's a medical intern at that time. And they went on strike a few days. By the time it was 1-2 weeks, the president of the country heard that they were even on strike because he had not been adequately briefed. So His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni summoned the officials of the medical interns. The secretary is my Ugandan daughter, Faith. She's the secretary of the interns. And he summoned them to the presidential palace and asked them, my children, what is the problem? Why are you medical interns on strike? And they said, well, condition of service is not favorable. What we are being paid is not okay for us. And the president said, is that so? How much do you want to be paid? They said, so amount. He said, approved. Immediately it was approved. Immediately implementation started. And that was the end of the strike. Thank God that His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be engaging with Labour directly. And we hope that as he does that, he will avert another Labour industrial action. Viewers and listeners, at this point, we're going to take a commercial break, pay some bills, and then when we are back, we'll continue with our discussion. Stay tuned, please.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill law, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your time?
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. We're glad you're there. Welcome back from the commercial break. This is the transit segment in Unity Train. We'll still continue on series of discussions from newspaper reports across the country, current affairs, trending issues that we have within the country and even beyond. So you're welcome back from the commercial break. This is Unity Train on 93.3 FM radio and Unity TV. You can watch us by Facebook if you are not watching already, and YouTube, in addition to satellite TV. On Facebook, you can go to Unity FM radio /TV, and then you will see us there live. Unity FM radio /TV, /TV. We're there on Facebook. You can go to YouTube also and look for Unity FM Radio TV. You find us there. Please be part of this broadcast. You can invite your friends. You can invite neighbors. You can invite colleagues. You can go on social media and remind someone that Unity FM is on air. So we are glad that you are with us on this beautiful, wonderful, fantastic broadcast on Unity 93.3 FM radio and Unity TV. Again, we want to wish happy birthday to someone else. Olu Jacobs, the veteran Nollywood actor, turned 82 years today. Olu Jacobs was rumored to be dead. 2 weeks ago, there was a rumor that he was dead. Thank God that Olu Jacobs is still alive. Today, Thursday, he'll be celebrating his 82nd birthday. We want to thank God for the gift of life. We celebrate you, Olu Jacobs, as much as we are also celebrating Extravagant Malobi. They are the July babies, July 11th, and they are celebrating their birthdays. We wish all the birthday celebrants happy birthday and many happy returns. Whoever you are celebrating your birthday today also, we wish you happy birthday, many happy returns. Now, let's return back to our newspaper headlines. Very important. We have another news item that says a former acting accountant general of the Federation, Anamekwe Nwabuko, on Wednesday, that's yesterday, pleaded with Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja to give him more time to conclude the refund of the public funds allegedly looted by him and his co-defendant. His co-defendant is one Felix Nweke, with whom they worked together and embezzled money belonging to Nigeria, belonging to all of us. At least 1.6 billion naira, at least 1.6 billion naira was was looted, stolen by this former Accountant General of the Federation, Akwai Nwabuko. Let's call his name very well so that he can be shamed. And let corrupt officials know that when you steal our commonwealth, we'll call out your names, we'll call you out, we'll shout your names. Let the whole country know that you're corrupt. Let the whole country know that you are the responsible for Nigerians suffering and committing suicide, killing themselves, unemployment, and all manner of crisis in the country. All of you civil servants, public servants, political leaders who are stealing our commonwealth, Nemesis will catch up with you very soon. Very, very soon, you will meet your Waterloo. And what will you do? This Mr. Akwai Nwabuko is pleading and begging that he should be given some more time to complete the refund of the public funds looted by him. When he was stealing the money, he didn't ask for more time to steal. But now they are saying refund the money. He's saying give me some more time. More time for what? Bring the money wherever it is. We know you've invested it, you've put some in a fixed deposit here and there, maybe you've taken some outside the country. Please return back all the money. As far as I'm concerned, Justice Omotosho should not bother to give him any more time. Let him return the money speedily. In fact, let him be kept in maximum security prison until all the money has been refunded, along with his accomplice. We remember that the other time also it was Ahmed Idris that stole over 100 billion naira. And then suddenly he said he's not feeling fine, he's sick. It is very funny that our public officers will steal our commonwealth. And when they steal it and you say, return it back, when they are called, return the money, they will say, give me more time. They will say, I want to go on a medical trip abroad, I'm sick. The former CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, has applied to the court to be given a medical leave to leave the country for medical treatment. Treatment that cannot be done in Nigeria. With all the professors of medicine and all their specialization. He wants to go abroad, where the person who may even treat him in the US or UK might be another Nigerian again that has jumped out of the country. We have thousands of Nigerian doctors in the UK. In the UK, Nigerian doctors, their number is only second to India. And in the US, thousands of Nigerian doctors. If you go there, you might end up being still treated by the Nigerians that you failed to provide facilities for them to practice here. Why do you want to go out of the country for treatment? Godwin Emefiele, stay here in Nigeria and get treated. Because of the billions you've stolen. Now suddenly you're sick and you want to be flown abroad for treatment. So, former Accountant General, former Acting Accountant General of the Federation, Akwai Nwabuko, please return the money. We are not giving you any extra time. You stole the money, return it back as quickly as you stole it. We have another news headline. The Lagos Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court sitting in Ikeja has sentenced a 34-year-old businessman, Oluwafemi Asekeji, to life imprisonment for sexually assaulting his 12-year-old daughter. 12-year-old daughter. This was disclosed in a statement by the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency obtained by the Daily Post correspondent yesterday, Wednesday, 10th July 2024. A man, let's call his name very well so that the whole world can hear the name of this villain. Oluwafemi Asekeji. Oluwafemi Asekeji has been sentenced to life imprisonment for sexually assaulting his 12-year-old daughter. I mean, of all things, how can a man assault his own daughter? Your own biological daughter. Not even a stepdaughter. Even if it's a stepdaughter. In fact, even if she's not your daughter, 12-year-old. Haba. This is satanic. This is barbaric. This is evil. This is callous. This is heartless. This is unimaginable, unthinkable. Oluwafemi Asekeji, you are even lucky that they are sentencing you to life in prison. You are very lucky. In some countries, it will be a death sentence for assault, for raping your own daughter. It is high time that we rise up in this country to not only condemn these criminals that we have in our midst, but ensure that they don't have the opportunity to commit these criminal acts. Some of the men that go about raping our daughters, they need to be castrated. Castrate them, put their names in sexual offenders list, let that list be available around the whole country, put their pictures, their biodata, take their fingerprints, their DNA, their record, everything about them. Let the whole country know that these are villains, these are evil people. Because this man that you are sentencing to life imprisonment, another government might come one day and they give him presidential pardon. They give him a state pardon. A governor might go there and then they decide to release him and he will come out and continue his sexual assault. This is evil. This is wicked. If you cannot control your libido, is it your own daughter, your own biological daughter? We keep having this kind of sexual offenders in our society, in our community. You will rape your own biological daughter. Oluwafemi Asekeji. Haba. This is wicked. It is good that the Lagos High Court has sentenced this man to life imprisonment. And we hope that he can rot in jail. And that while he's in jail, he can reflect on this wickedness and repent and turn a new leaf. But the 12-year-old daughter needs to be rehabilitated. We hope that the Ministry for Women Affairs in Lagos and other relevant agencies would get experts to do psychotherapy for this 12-year-old daughter. The trauma she has suffered from that assault is unthinkable. You rape a woman, you rape a girl, she can never fully recover and forget about it all the days of her life. I know women who were raped 20 years ago, 30 years ago or more. Up to today, when they talk about it, it's as if it just happened yesterday. The highest level of violence you can mete out to a woman is to rape her. The highest form of violence you can inflict on a girl is to rape the girl. If you even beat them with a whip, slap them, it's even better. But to rape a woman, rape a girl, the damage is a lifelong damage. And that is why we want to call on the elders in our society, in our communities. Please be elders indeed. There are sexual predators hiding amongst us, loitering around. We need to identify them. We need to prosecute them. And they need to be given the highest possible sentence under the law. We need to get rid of these people who are destroying our society, destroying our communities. So Oluwafemi Asekeji will be in prison for the rest of his life, and that is fantastic. It is good that we sanitize the society. Another news headline: a woman identified as Precious Yusuf has been arrested by officials of the Nigerian Correctional Service while attempting to smuggle drugs to an inmate at the Kuje Medium Security Custodial Center in Abuja. This suspect was said to have disguised as a visitor to one of the inmates, but she was promptly apprehended during a search by the Correctional Service officials. I remember the last time I visited the Just Correctional Facility. Even though I'm known to some of the people there, when I wanted to go in, they said, no, you keep your phone here. Keep your keys here. Are you carrying any other thing? Keep it here. You know, and all that. They do some little search here and there to ensure that we're not carrying contraband or anything with us into the prison, or what is called correctional facility now. This woman, she disguised, she came that she wants to visit an inmate at the Kuje Medium Security Custodial Center in Abuja. And they decided to carry out the normal routine search. Guess what? They found drugs on this woman. This woman was carrying some hard drugs that she wanted to go and give one of the inmates. Somebody is in prison. Maybe it's the drugs that even took the person to prison. You're coming to give the person more drugs in prison. And a woman, for that matter, a woman that should be a mother, a woman that should be a moral watchdog in the society, sanitizing the society, a woman that should have advised whoever the man is or the woman is that is requesting these drugs that, look, hard drugs is a bad habit, it's an evil habit. It doesn't help you, it doesn't help the society. But it is this woman, a woman that could have been a great woman of substance, that could have been a woman of timber and caliber. But see this woman carrying drugs. And her name, Precious Yusuf. She even has a good name. Precious Yusuf. We need to call that name very well so that she can be shamed. Let's expose Precious Yusuf. Precious Yusuf, you are a disgrace to womanhood. You are a disgrace to the society. A disgrace to your family, a disgrace to your nation. And whoever you are that traffic in hard drugs in this country, you are not a patriotic Nigerian. You are a disgrace to your family, a disgrace to the society, the community, a disgrace to your nation. Stop it forthwith. Otherwise, I'm sure that they will soon arrest you. They will soon get you. You might think that you know all the rules of the game, and you have all the strategies to escape being trapped or arrested. I can assure you that it's a matter of time you will meet your Waterloo. It's a matter of time Nemesis will catch up with you, and you will be arrested. You will be brought to book. Why don't you repent now while you still have time? Stop all those trafficking of drugs, and those of you consuming hard drugs, stop it. It's a bad habit. Why will you take your own hand and use it to kill yourself, destroy yourself, taking drugs? Whether you swallow it or inject it into your blood, it is bad. Stop it. And the likes of Precious Yusuf, who act as drug barons, as drug mules, you're lucky that this is Nigeria. In Malaysia, it carries a mandatory death penalty. In Singapore, it carries a mandatory death penalty trafficking in hard drugs. In China, it carries a mandatory death penalty trafficking in hard drugs. In Indonesia, it carries a mandatory death penalty trafficking in drugs. Probably the National Assembly should consider something like that in Nigeria, so that we can reduce the number of these drug traffickers that we have all over the country that are destroying our young people with hard drugs. Some of them carry these hard drugs, they go to Brazil, they go to Australia. Some of them bring it from Latin American countries into Nigeria. And you know, the hard drugs, illegal drug trade is a multi-billion-dollar industry around the world. Precious Yusuf, you've been arrested, you've been caught. Who will be the next? We want to salute the courage, the dexterity, the vigilance, the watchfulness of the officials of the Nigerian Custodial Center, Correctional Facilities, for being vigilant enough to have been able to detect this woman who was attempting, this woman Precious Yusuf, who was attempting to smuggle drugs to an inmate at the Kuje Medium Security Custodial Center. Well, more headlines from the news and many things happening around the country. Let's take a few more, because the drama in Rivers State is still continuing. And this time around, it is taking a more interesting dimension. The battle line was on Wednesday drawn again in Rivers State between Governor Simi Fubara and 27 members of the House of Assembly, led by Speaker Martins Amawule. The governor insisted that the seats of the 27 lawmakers were vacant, recalling that they had ceased to be members of the House of Assembly since December 13 last year. You know, in Rivers State, we have two houses of assembly. One with 27 members, another one with 4 members. The one with 4 members is the one that the governor listens to. The one with 27 members, they are anti-Governor Fubara and pro-Wike. So the governor doesn't listen to them. This crisis has dragged on for months, and it keeps getting more and more and more and more interesting. But I think it is high time. Anybody who calls himself an elder statesman in River State, the shame is too much. This trouble, this crisis has dragged on for too long. It is high time the elders, the likes of Ada George, the likes of Rotimi Amechi, go back home. There is fire on the mountain. All the elders, please, why don't you intervene decisively and end this crisis? It's high time that all the political gladiators, political godfathers in River State, call an emergency political summit. Let all those who matter in River State gather in Port Harcourt and declare that in the next 3 to 5 days, the crisis in Rivers must end. Wike himself relocate to Port Harcourt for 3 to 5 days. I know you are Mr. Project, but there is fire on the mountain at home. Return back and end this quarrel. River State has been in the news for the wrong reason for so many weeks. Every time is River State. Every time is River State. Every time is River State. Are you the only state in Nigeria? Governor Fubara, are you the first person to fight with your godfather? Wike, Nyesom Wike, are you the first person to be a godfather? Are you the first person to decide your successor and successfully bring the successor to office? What is the problem? Why all the hula baloo? Much ado about nothing. This is a very simple matter. Your problem, Simi Fubara. Your problem, Nyesom Wike. Your problem, you, members of the House of Assembly, your problem is just one: your ego, political ego, your pride. You guys are too pompous, too proud. You're sitting on your high horses. Rivers cannot move forward that way. You need to come down from your high horses. Come down from those high horses. Sit down. Sit on the floor, on the ground, and think about how to move River State forward. You see, none of you is God, even if they call you godfathers. You know that you're not gods. You know that they're just deceiving you when they tell you you're godfathers, you're political gladiators, you're very powerful and strong. Those who tell you they're only deceiving you. You know your end? Your end is 6 feet under the ground. Only God is powerful. Only God is almighty. Only God is supreme. So, sit down, sort out these problems in River State once and for all, so that River State can make some fantastic and good progress. Viewers and listeners, in the news also is that no fewer than 2 persons were drowned when a boat carrying some villagers in Kalgwe community in Ayo local government area of Jigawa State capsized. We can only say, may the souls of those who died rest in peace. They were returning back from a nearby market in the neighboring village, Gujungu village in Jigawa State. We keep having these tragedies. Just today in the news, also 12 school children died in South Africa when their minibus was hit from the back by a van, and it tumbled and crashed and caught fire in South Africa, and 12 school children died, they perished. We keep having this kind of incidences within Nigeria and around the world. We pray for the repose of the souls of the 2 people that died in Jigawa State as a result of the boat mishap, and the 12 children that died in South Africa as a result of an auto crash of their school minivan. Viewers and listeners, we are about to take yet another short break. We need to pay some bills, and then we'll come back. When we come back, it will be that time when I'll be engaging you in this discussion. You'll be able to say 1 or 2 things about all the various things we've discussed today, and even more about Plateau State, Nigeria, and around the world. So viewers and listeners, please stay tuned. We'll be going on a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune in to Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was saying things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
Mr. Paul.
Listening to us from around the world, wherever you're viewing us from, we're glad that you are part of this broadcast on 93.3 FM radio and Unity TV. It's a beautiful Thursday. Greetings from the hills of ZINARIYA, Jos City, Plateau State, Nigeria. Please, you can go to Facebook, invite your friends to be part of this broadcast. On Facebook, we are at Unity FM Radio /TV. We are also on YouTube, Unity FM Radio TV on YouTube. Of course, those watching us via satellite TV in different nations of the world, we are glad that you are part of this broadcast. Those listening to us on radio, we are glad that you are part of this broadcast on 93.3 FM radio. Shortly, it will be your own time to contribute to our discussion. Remember, the number to dial is 070-3235-3315. 070-3235-3315. Remember that you can send us messages on Facebook at Unity FM Radio /TV on Facebook. You can also send us messages via text. I give you the text number that you can use to send us text messages. 090 35 79 45 45. 090 35 79 45 45 for text messages. Please don't dial the number, don't call, just send text messages to 090 35 79 45 45. If you dial the number, you will not be able to get through. Don't dial that number, it's for text messages only for this broadcast this morning. If you want to call us, call 070 3235 3315. Well, many people are already trying to call, and it is wonderful to have all of you be part of this conversation. Good morning. You're on to Unity FM Radio 93.3, FM Radio, and also Unity TV. So the number to dial is 070 3235 3315. And people are calling and calling and calling. The numbers are jamming. Good morning. You're on air. Please, you have 1 minute. Make your contribution.
Yeah. My contribution is that's all we talk is true.
What will be your name now? Tell us your name, please.
My name is Yabo from Rukuba Road.
Oh, Yabo from Rukuba Road. Go ahead. Yes. What do we tell Wicked?
Please help me and tell Wicked that he's not a god. Yes. Anything you have to remember that tomorrow you are not there.
Yes. That's right.
All the people when they tell him God, they are deceiving him.
Thank you, Yabo. Thank you, Yabo.
God bless you.
Thank you very much, Yabo. All right, so Wike, please. Madam Yabo is saying we should tell you that you are not God. Oh? You are not God. So whoever is telling you that you are Godfather, you are God this one, they are only deceiving you. And being a mere mortal like every one of us, the end is 6 feet beneath the ground if you are lucky. So please come down, be humble, and find a lasting solution to the problems of River State. We're glad you're joining this broadcast and you're joining the conversation. Please tell us your name when you call, and within just a minute, make your own contribution. 070-3235-3315. 070-3235-3315. Welcome. Please join the conversation. What's your name, please, and where are you calling us from? You have 1 minute. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
My name is Victor. I'm calling from Tafe.
Oh, thank you, Victor. Please go ahead.
Since for me here, I would like him to settle the problems he have in his state. Nigerians were looking up to him when he was the governor. Seeing him as a good governor, a man who can fight for his state. Surprise us that it turns out that every day on radio you hear complaints from River State. Very unfortunate. We would like him to go and settle down. He's not the first person to bring out the professor. And the professor should also listen to him, and he should also listen to the professor, so that the state will progress and all this crisis will stop. Because in Plateau State here, we have the same problem, but they settle it. And people are living on well. So you should bring the stuff down. You should handle the stuff as he said, this is Godfather. Then a father should hear the cry of his child and know where the things are. So you should go to state and settle the problem at hand. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Victor. Victor has spoken fantastically well. Good advice there for Wike and for Fubara. I like what he said. Fubara, you are the governor. Also listen to your Oga. Because using your own words, you called Nelson Wike your Oga. So if he's your Oga, listen to him. Dialogue with your Oga. There is nothing better than dialogue. Even warring parties, even during war, enemies sit at the table of dialogue and they talk together. They dialogue, they agree to disagree and disagree to agree. So please, we hope that Fubara and Wike can at least sit down and talk together to move River State forward. Enough of all the fighting. Enough of all the crisis. Rivers needs to move forward. The problem is that, like I say, ego. Wike is a very proud man, by my own analysis and opinion. And Fubara is not doing any better. He's showing some ego. And so also those lawmakers. So when pride meets with pride, what you have is confusion and chaos. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Say Allah.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. This is Adewumi calling you from Boturu.
Adewumi, thank you, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. God continue to bless you for your good.
Amen.
This issue of Fubara and Wiki, if they can go by what Jonathan has even told them, that enough of the fight. For God's sake, if you look at 2016, President Goodluck Jonathan then said, the blood of any Nigeria, his presidential ambition is not what the blood of any Nigeria. For God's sake, what the politicians want. The Goodluck gave us everything, and now Nigerians we are living peacefully. There is no any problem, because you see, even Fubara made a statement that the jungle has matured. That means that even if it's a mistake that gets him to the office, the only thing there to discuss now is that he's there in the office, and there is still the River State. So I think we should now go focus on the FCC minister that has been given by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think the weekend is from PDP. I imagine the PDP is the president is from APC. But the weekend should learn a lesson from there, seeing that President Tinubu brought him in to be a minister in FCC. Let politicians give this a chance. Let them allow Nigerians to speak. Please, let them allow people of Rivers State to speak. Because one way or the other, there must be discussion in Rivers State. There are a lot of things that Uganda wants to do. There are because of some discussion here and there. A lot of things. Look at the 23 House of members that were taken to the government house. That's the major thing. We want to see peace reign in Rivers. Because you see Rivers, 70% of the income revenue coming to this country, coming from Rivers State, and we should allow peace. We pray for God will bless us to this country.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Adeomi. Thank you so very much. A regular caller there, Mr. Adeomi, always calling 07032353315. Remember, you can send text messages to 09035794545. We're already receiving text messages left, right, and center. And calls are also coming in. I want to thank those of you calling. If you don't pick your call, keep calling again and again and again and again. You might be the lucky one that will pick your call. So keep calling. All right, good morning. You have 1 minute, please. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
This is Suna from Douala.
Oh, from Douala.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You see, sometimes I continue to think about this type of money I'm mentioning there in the text. Are they Nigerians?
They are.
Because in Hausa there is something we call Kabilanchi. I think these Nigerian people have to go to Kabilanchi so that we know who is leading this very country. Because I'm surprised if anybody that Lord of Nigeria runs into through his veins, we will not be treating Nigerians in this manner. Because we have a history. And no wonder call it a clean history in the course of all the studies in the college and the higher institutions. Well, please, we need history back so that we can know who is leading this very country.
I agree with you.
I'm telling you to be frankly speaking. I have never seen a Nigerian in my life exception leading the country in this manner these people are leading. Because sometimes they say that a chicken doesn't shit on its egg. If I thought they are Nigerians, they would not be going in this very manner, killing, embezzling money and all the rest of them. Thanks and God bless.
Thank you very much. We are grateful, Spano. Thank you so very much. We are having messages, viewers and listeners, and want to appreciate Alhaji M. Juma. Alhaji M. Juma said, "Good morning, Prof. You always encourage me with your ideals. Thanks, keep it up." Alhaji M. Juma. We also have a message from Madam Christy Izang. Madam Christy Izang sent a text message. She said, "Good morning, our amiable, consistent, and passionate analyst. Kudos for always giving us educative and wonderful objective analysis. Well done for being the anchor and for analyzing. Honestly, it's unfortunate that countries that are not even better than us in terms of mineral resources and fertile land are doing better than us. Our leaders are just being greedy, and they don't care about the welfare of the citizens, but only themselves. I pray the President will approve the demand of the labor of 250,000 minimum wage. After all, that's not close to what politicians are earning. Peace is priceless. Let's live in peace. God bless Unity FM, Plateau State and Nigeria." Christy Izan from Rukuba Road. Thank you very much, Christy Izan. We have another message. Good morning. I was told that the movement of big cars are banned in the morning till evening. Well, it is not big cars. All right, it's trucks, trailers, and there is a time limit. They are not allowed to move till 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. All right, so just to clarify that, we have a message from Hassan Garba. He said, good morning, Prof. B and Kulbi and Barrister Z, wherever you are. Whoever guides someone to virtue will be rewarded equivalent to him who practices what good action. So thanks a million to your selfless duty to humanity, Prof. B. Please, let's avoid envy, for envy devours good deed, just as fire devours fuel. Alhaji Hassan Garba. Thank you so very much for that wonderful message. We are grateful. Thank you so very much. We have a message, again, text message. Good morning, I really love you on this program. You talked about farming. Yes, we love farming. But nothing is done about the herdsmen who are bent on destroying our farms. Or better still, they harvest our farm products after struggling very hard. Let the government take drastic action on such people. Thank you. Kacholom from Alheri. Yes, you're right. Something must be done to protect the farms. Hello, good morning. You are on to 93.3 FM radio. Your name?
My name is
calling
from
Gadabu. Gadabu. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yes,
1 minute.
I want to appreciate for what you are doing. I'm really happy the answer everything. It's the only one that cover all those things that they are doing. That's healing and other things. I want to thank you for this good work. God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. That's a commendation there. You know, yesterday the president, day before yesterday, made the announcement, and it was all over the news yesterday. The new Ministry of Livestock Development has been created. We don't know who will be the minister. Maybe they will soon send his name to the National Assembly for confirmation. But we're talking about the need to cut down costs of running ministries parastatus. The Orosanye report, which is an 800-page report, recommended that of the 543 statutory and non-statutory federal government parastatus agencies and commissions, 263 statutory agencies should be reduced to 161. 263 statutory agencies should be reduced to 161. 38 agencies should be abolished. 52 agencies should be merged. And 14 should revert to departments in ministries. The Bola Ahmed Tinubu government adopted this report and said they will implement it on the 26th of February, 2024. And a 12-man committee was even set up and given 12 weeks. From that 26th February to now, 12 weeks have passed. We've not seen the implementation of the Stephen Oronsaye report. Stephen Oronsaye was a former head of service of Nigeria who was retired. And he produced this fantastic report in 2012, about 12 years ago. To this day, the Oronsaye report has not been implemented. Successive governments have just been setting up committees upon committees upon committees to review the report, re-review the report, re-review the report, and there has been no implementation. We hope that the government can look at the Oronsaye report. Good morning, you are on to 93.3 FM radio. Your name, please. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Rukuba Road.
What's the name, please?
My name is Henry.
All right, please. You have 1 minute.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, how are you? You are making us proud. Keep it up.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
About the issue of Fubara and Wike.
Yes.
You know, pride is always associated with failure.
Absolutely.
They should be able to settle themselves. In politics, they say no permanent permanent friend, no permanent enemy.
Mm.
But however, of the new Ministry of Livestock, I'm recommending Prof to be the minister of the new ministry because I know you will handle it well. May Tinubu hear our prayers. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. That's a beautiful comic relief. Thank you. The Ministry of Livestock Development has come, hopefully, to stay. We hope that the government will put in technocrats to get the job done, and we hope that the issue of herders farmers clashes, we can put that behind us. Herders should stop attacking farmers so that we can have the food security we're longing for. Our farms should be secured. Cattle should be kept in ranches so that we can fatten the cattle so they can do fantastically well. And the herders so that they can also be fat, put on some weight. Most of them are very lean and thin because they move from one part of the country to the other, across border to even other countries, thousands of kilometers. How would they put on weight? We need to give our herders a better life. Let them also enjoy some of the dividends of democracy. So let's stop herders from moving up and down. And let's have mercy on these cattle and stop the movement of cattle from one place to the other. Cattle need to stay in one place to be fattened and to receive veterinary medical attention properly. We hope that this new Ministry of Livestock Development will look at that critically. And we hope that the government will fund the ministry, let there be research, and the research that has been done over the years, let it be practicalized, put into practice, put into use. Very important. On Facebook, we have Aminu Abdullahi Shaibu saying, "Good morning, Professor. In the studio, I'm watching you live from Rikos Yan Siminti. I salute you for enlightening, educating people. Always keep it up. Corruption is the one thing killing us in Nigeria." And you are right, Aminu Abdullahi Shaibu, corruption is killing us in Nigeria. He said, because most people are corrupt, most especially our leaders. Best of luck. Aminu Abdullahi Shaibu, thank you very much. Mohammed Tajuddin has also sent a message, and we're very grateful to Mohammed Tajuddin. He said, "Good morning, Professor Bamei. Other staff in the studio. It's not easy to be a lone ranger in the studio, but Prof is able to do it satisfactorily. We appreciate you, and may God continue to bless you. By the way, where did Kulbi go today?" Mohammed Tajuddin from Naraguta. Kulbi is taking care of a few things that we're doing. That's why he's not in the studio. He came earlier in the morning and he had to leave. So pray and wish him success in his mission. Thank you so very much for the messages. Let's see if we can take some more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, please, your name and where are you calling us from?
The Ambassador of Peace.
Ambassador of Peace. Please go ahead. Thank you.
It's a wonderful program. God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much. The network seems to be breaking. Ambassador of Peace, we appreciate you. Thank you for calling 070-3235-3315. Those sending messages on Facebook also, we are very grateful. Thank you for those messages. Good morning. Please go ahead. What's your name and where are you calling us from? You have a minute. Thank you, Haruna Umaru.
Thank you for the good work you are doing.
Thank you very much.
I just pray that the new ministry will be headed by you. By God's grace.
Well, I'm not a politician, but thank you for the prayer.
It's not necessary for politician. We need technocrats.
Yes, we need technocrats. I hope they listen.
Because you taught my daughter and she's fine. She's fine.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that.
The University of John Veterinary Department.
Veterinary medicine, yes. Veterinary medicine.
So thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you for calling. I'm grateful and I'm happy to receive your call. Thank you very much, Malam Haruna Umaru, for that beautiful call. And thank you for the encouragement. Thank you so very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name. Where are you calling from? Your voice is appearing fantastically well.
Thank you very much. My name is Mofogu. I'm calling from Dama Sauransu.
Oh, Dogon Agogo. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Mofogu. Seriously, that's to say that we're trained with this family. It's really going to not be a lot when someone is not different. There, someone will play that. And God bless you people for educating us.
Amen.
Let me just talk on the issue of Kubara and Wiki. Seriously, to me, like saying everybody, there's no king in the same state or in the same land. Rather, we have one. Whatsoever we think, we are a master. Definitely, there is a time for the youth, and you have on time. What I see, the blue is looking like, and the other person may see that's an M or 3. We should not be saying that let's use our ego or say our sentiment to make someone to do whether he wants or not. But we need to give it to him. We can tell us a lot for the development, but we should remember the silver is already allowed, and the constitutional power that is given to us, Fubara. And Fubara should also recognize that he's an elder man, and second is his master. What I see from the recent people, for pictures I see, Fubara always takes himself, you can put him above any other person.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Very important point there. Let me end with a message from my wife, Miriam Gakani Bame. Say, good morning to the prof in the house, the man with many talents. I salute you, sir, on Facebook. We'll be stopping here this morning, viewers and listeners. Remember to go out there and be the change that you want to see in the world. We want to appreciate our engineers, Shamsuddin, our GSM. We want to thank Alhaji Tijani and everyone that has made this broadcast possible. We want to appreciate Kulbi also in absentia and Barrister Zaruma in absentia. It's been a wonderful ride on Unity Train this beautiful morning. Please tune back in tomorrow, 8 a.m. for another edition of Unity Train. And do stay tuned for our other broadcasts that will continue this morning and later in the day in the afternoon. We'll be together again on Unity Train tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. For now, remain strong, keep soldiering on, and bye-bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer man?